The loss of potential gain from other alternatives when one alternative is chosen. This is the official definition of opportunity cost. Today, we're going to cover what opportunity cost looks like in our day-to-day lives, what are some quick examples of it, and how to restructure your thinking so you can make sure that you don't have many more or any more of these opportunity costs going forward. Before we dive deep into this relationship, I want you to take a quick moment to support the channel so the channel can keep supporting you. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading videos multiple times a week, if not daily, so hit the bell icon so you can be up to date on the latest videos, helping you to grow your net worth through relationship banking, maximizing your borrow capacity, proper use of life insurance, and acquiring and owning more real estate. If these things ring a bell or hit home for you, again, subscribe, hit the bell icon so I can continue to help you grow. Thank you for your support. Let's get started. So, opportunity cost. It's a very powerful math that almost none of us do, or many of us miss out early on in our lives. We can look back once we get older and reflect on what we could have done differently once the things we want out of life have not been attained. But for many of us, we're still in the latter parts of our lives, or the higher point, of our lives, where we still have a lot of life in front of us. And the opportunity cost is a major financial mathematical equation that we need to understand when we're going forward, because every single dollar that we get our hands on is hard to acquire in many cases. It needs a job. It needs something productive to do to increase your quality of life going down the road. What are a couple quick examples of opportunity costs? So, an interesting statistic that I covered in a short clip a few days ago covered the fact that the average wedding in the United States is over $20,000. That's just the average. My question to you is, in that scenario, many of you who are either married or plan to be married, or maybe you're divorced and were married in the past, if you spent a price tag anywhere near this amount or had someone else pay for this wedding with that type of price tag, do you consider that an opportunity cost? Many of you who are not in the financial position that you want to be in your life, or as a couple or a household, you're not in a financial position. You've been married maybe a few years or longer, and you paid $15, $20, $25, $30, or $40,000 on a wedding that maybe could have bought you an investment property that right now could be totally changing your quality of life, or had gone into a brokerage and the market could have grown and appreciated significantly, and yet again have improved your quality of life by now. Many of you get access to tax returns and other lump sums of money on a regular basis. $5, $10, $15, $20,000. For many of us, this is significant down payment money. This is brokerage account or IRA money. This is money that could have been invested, and by now, depending on the last time you got that access to that kind of capital, could have increased your quality of life through better financial health. So how do you need to restructure your mindset so you can make sure you don't make this mistake going forward? You have to appreciate every single dollar you bring in. You have to understand that it's not a guarantee when you're going to get access to this type of capital again, unless you structured your finances in a way to do so. In which cases, if you have, then you probably understand opportunity costs and you're making the necessary sacrifices to save and invest. For those of us who have not quite figured that out yet, many of you have to start understanding how to sacrifice in the short term. If you get access to that kind of capital, 4, 5 figures, settlement money, someone's willing to pay for the wedding, you're saving up for a wedding, getting a tax return, whatever the case may be, you have to understand that this money has to get put to use in a way that will allow you to have a better quality of life in the near, intermediate, or long-term future. So you have to start giving your money a job. You have to. It's okay for you to enjoy life and to appreciate those moments as they come along. I use the example of a wedding. I'm well aware for many people, this is a once-in-a-lifetime event, or intended to be a once-in-a-lifetime event. And it's intended to be a historical point of reference for your love for another person and the commencement of a new family. And that's a beautiful thing. But many of us get past that phase and realize that all of that doesn't have the same resounding effect on us down the line when we're broke or financially strained down the line. Many of us look back and would have much preferred to put that money to better use, to be able to enjoy our quality of life as the relationship grew on versus investing that much in one fleeting moment. So I task each and every one of you, going forward, with every dollar that you get, you need to bucket it. You need to give it a job. You need to bucket for your major and mandatory expenses. You need to bucket for any necessities, minor necessities. And from that point on, you need to be bucketing for saving and investing. If there's any left over, then at that point in time, if you decide to, then you can just give that money some discretion around enjoying the moments and enjoying the time right then. I'm not telling anybody not to live their lives, but opportunity cost is eating many of you guys up. It's chewing through your finances. You're constantly getting access to money that you're not putting to work properly. You're taking vacations, you're buying clothes and shoes, you're buying cars that are excessively expensive that you don't need at this time, and you still don't have the things in life that you truly want or that truly matter to you. You need to restructure the way you're thinking. A valuable insight on this as well. Why is credit so important over cash? Why is credit so important over cash? Credit is important over cash because credit has the ability, if you can get yourself to a high enough borrowing capacity and strengthen your credit enough, to expedite your opportunity for gains. So if you had access to $100,000 in cash money and $100,000 in credit, many of you instinctually would probably grasp $100,000 in cash. And I get it. It's tax-free. Hopefully it's money that you don't owe anybody else. It's not debt. I understand that. But once you take that $100,000 and deploy it, it's gone. It's gone. In most cases, unless you turn that cash into credit, it's gone. There is also no point of reference to demonstrate to anybody else financially that you use that cash responsibly unless you put it into a financial asset of some sort. So the reason credit is so valuable and our system is based on it is because it allows you to get access to capital faster, more frequently, so you can take advantage of opportunities now on a scalable level. So those of you who are still stuck in the anti-debt, only cash mentality need to consider this. It is very important for you to value your credit. It is very important for you to give every dollar a job. Because if you can exercise these two mindsets properly, these two financial behaviors, maximizing your credit and maximizing the use of your cash, then I can assure you your quality of life will improve because your finances will improve. You're going to make better decisions and you'll be rewarded handsomely for it as time goes on. I wanted to put this on you guys' mind going again into the new year for 2023. I wanted you guys, because many of you have tax season coming up. You have other major opportunities to do something different that you didn't do in the past to get better results that you haven't gotten in the past. And this is going to be the context to help you do that. I know this information was valuable for you. I know this was able to make you think and rechange your frame of reference. Thank you guys for tuning in. I want you to stay focused, stay in motion. I'll see y'all soon.